Welcome to the Soulful Parenting Podcast, hosted by Ambra Redrick.
Welcome to Season 2 of the Soulful Parenting Podcast. My name is Ambra Redrick, and when I am not serving as the CEO at Teen Hype, I get the opportunity to sit on the couch and talk to amazing parents. And today, I'm talking to one of Teen Hype's own, Mama Malik.
Oh, my goodness.
How are you?
I'm good, Miss Red. How are you?
Good. Thank you for saying yes.
Absolutely. You know, I'm always say yes to you.
Oh, don't tell me that, because I already know y'all don't know I'm getting ready to get some collard greens.
That's right.
Or greens, not just collards. Okay, so tell me about your family.
Well, I have 3 children, 2 boys, 1 girl, and I have 10 grandchildren.
Do you?
Yes. None by my daughter, all by my sons. Yeah. But I have 10. My granddaughter, she's over there on the wall. She's also a part of Teen Hype. Miss Maya Edwards.
Yeah.
So, that's my little family.
So tell me the difference between raising your girls and boys.
Okay. Ooh. Hermione, to me, was just easier. And I think that's because there was 2 parents in the home.
Okay.
Versus when I had my boys, it was just me.
Okay.
A single parent. And that was, it was challenging, very challenging, but I, ruled with a stern hand, I think with Hermione, when I met my late husband, he was just what I needed. And I didn't think that I could have children anymore, because I was, 32 when I met him. Okay. So I wasn't even thinking about another baby. But got with Mike, and Mike was, he had never been married. He'd never had any children. So Hermione, it was his only child.
Oh,
and we call her the Lovin'. She might hate that I said that, but that's her name. That's her nickname, the Lovin'. And we call her that because she was made out of love. And she was just an easy child. She didn't do the things that my boys did, like the sneaking and oh my goodness, we'll be here all day if all the stuff that they did. But it was just easier with her. Very easy. She was like she still is. That's like my little buddy. That's my best friend. She's such a beautiful individual. She's so beautiful. And it's not just because she's my child, but if she belonged to someone else, I'm like, who are your parents? Because they raised you good, And I think what it was, when Mike passed away, Hermione was 12. And I didn't know how that was really going to affect her, because she was, she was so quiet. And when he passed, it affected her. I found out some things. It did affect her. But when she came here, that's when everything changed. When she came to Teen Hype.
Really?
Yes.
This season, we are talking about parents being champions. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious, who was your first champion?
Honestly, I didn't have a champion. I didn't have a really close relationship with my dad.
Okay.
Even though I wanted to.
Okay.
And my mom, there was some, there's always, and I'm starting to find out there are more issues with mommy, mothers and daughters, but she's good now.
Okay.
But coming up, I really didn't have a champion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you, from not having a champion, how did you show up as a champion for your babies?
Well, the mistakes, I learned from the mistakes that I did with my sons. And Mike helped me in a lot of ways. He was my teacher.
Okay.
And I was willing to let him teach me. Sometimes we don't want to hear what they got to say because we think we know everything. But I needed everything that he gave. Everything that he gave me. He told me how to he said, every action don't need a reaction. Sometimes you just have to sit there and watch. Just listen to people. They'll tell you everything. And, me coming from a person who was just so nice, and when people say I'm nice, I correct them. I said, I'm not nice, I'm kind. Because when people think that you're nice, they feel like they can run over you, you're gullible. I'm not a gullible person. I just have a nice personality, and a kind personality. And like I said, he was just everything that I needed, and that's kind of, what helped to shape me, into this woman that I am now, because I wasn't like this a long time ago. I was struggling, but my thing was when it was a prayer to the Almighty, and I said, listen, if you bless me with a husband, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And that was a promise. And I did everything, everything. So when Mike passed away, I felt like, job well done. I didn't feel that gut-wrenching feeling when he passed. I was hurt and sad, but I didn't feel like, oh, my life is over. I'm like, this man has taught me so much. I got to show up, and I got my baby. I have my family, but my boys were already grown. Hermione, I still had to take care of her. So I had to show up, because there were days I didn't want to show up. I just wanted to put the covers over my head and just lay in the bed. That's what I wanted to do. But she was, and I get emotional, but she would say, Mommy, you got to get up. Daddy wouldn't want you to be like this. And, she just kept me going like the little engine it could. Just, come on, Mommy, you can do it. You can do it. That was her. But that's my best friend. That she really is. And this organization has done so much for her, as into shaping her into the person that she is. She's so, she's like this butterfly now. It's like she was a caterpillar, and her mind, I said, she's speaking in front of people, and like a lot of people. She's having to do things that I never thought she would do. And like I said, I didn't know how it was going to go by her father passing away, but this program really, really helped her come out of that shell.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you for trusting us with her. She is precious.
Absolutely. I love this program. I love it.
Okay, let's back up a little bit. How'd you meet Mike?
Okay, so I met him twice.
Okay.
I met him back in 1980. It was like I want to say like maybe 1989 or something like that. That was the first time I met him in a studio.
Okay.
I love music. And that's the first time I met him. And then I got married Islamically, okay? And then I met him again. But it wasn't, the only thing I could say was he just, when we got together, I said, you're my person. He said, you're my person. He said, we could have been on either side, on the other side of the world, and we still would have met each other because it was meant to be. But it was the music. It's just anything he touched, I was just, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they say, is it that serious? Yes, it is. I'm his number one fan still to this day.
Was he a vocalist?
No, he was a music producer.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He was a music producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I learned something new every single day. I did not know this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your favorite that he produced?
The songs about me. He did tracks about me. We never put them out, but I'm pretty sure they'll end up coming out, just the actual track. But before he met me, and I was talking to someone earlier about how his music changed when he met me, because it was always good. But I noticed that once we got together, it was just something like he put an extra oomph in there, And I'm like, what? So somebody was talking to me and they said, Mike's music has changed. I said, well, why you say that? They say, listen to it. They say, but it changed when you came around. Because it was three of them. It was him, his older sister, his middle, it was four of them, but one of his brothers passed away.
Okay.
So it was just him, his sister, and his brother. And like I said, Mike was just the golden child. That's all I can say. He was the golden child. He was just, I'd never met a really wise person. And sometimes when you think of somebody, when you say wise, you think of somebody old with the long. No, this man was so wise. Like I used to just get up in the morning excited to see what he got to talk about. What we going to talk about today? Because he could do anything. He could cook. He could really cook. Hermione can cook. I can cook. But he could really cook. And music. Oh, I would get up in the morning like, what are we going to talk about? We talk all day long. And I would just, sometimes I would just catch myself just staring at him like, and he said, what's wrong? I said, none, I'm just looking at you. And we always said, and that's another thing, we always said we love each other. So Hermione grew up saying that. She said, I love you, Mommy. Sometimes she used to get on my nerves because she would just say, Mommy, I love you. She would just run out the room, come back, Mommy, I love you. Girl. But, it was just, that was instilled in her, love. And I just, like I told her, I said, I feel like we little unicorns walking around here because some people look at us like, why are you so nice? Or, why do you act like this? I said, well, am I supposed to walk around mean mugging, grilling folk? It takes too much energy to hope to be like that. I can't do that. I don't want it nowhere in my body. And I will say this, I understand when we talk about stress, it will get caught up in your body because that's what happened with me. My husband passed away from cancer 2017, and then I was diagnosed with cancer 2023, breast cancer. And I didn't do any chemo or radiation. I didn't want to. And the reason why was because I felt like, me and Mike had talked about this situation. He said, if it ever was to happen, he said, I don't want to go through that. And I said, okay. And I felt the same way. Now, when it happened to me, there was a slight hesitation because what I noticed, people will push. And they feel like if you don't accept it, you're giving up. No, I have one daughter who adores me. And when I seen what she went through with her father, I didn't want her to see that, with me. Because she would have had to just bear the brunt of all of it. Because my sons are with their families. One is actually out of town, so everything would have been on her. I refused to do her like that. Because she told me, she said, well, Mommy, it's your decision. And she said, I don't want you to go through anything unnecessary for me. And she said, whatever you want to do, I'm down with you. I said, well, that's what it is. And I take supplements. I just say, Lord, listen, only you know my exit. I want to enjoy my life. Had I done that, I wouldn't have been able to go to her graduation, her prom, because they told me I was going to have like almost 28 rounds of chemo. I said, I'll pass. That's okay. I'll pass. Because even right now, people are like, they don't believe. They're like, well, you don't look like you got cancer. Why you got to look like you got cancer? Cancer to me, chemo, when you mention chemo, it's just it's just that, short word of chemical. They try to make it not sound so bad, but it's chemicals. I don't want that in me. We got enough going on, right? So I just objected and I said, Lord, you know my exit, and that's just what it is. I just want to enjoy my life.
How do you think that decision has impacted Hermione?
It's given her a lot of strength, and she sees how strong her mother is. And she tells me every day, she said, Mommy, I'm so proud of you. I don't know. Just everything that she do. I tell her, I say, I'm really, really proud of you. Just how you show up for me and for everybody. She loves this place. She loves where she works. I don't know a lot of people that like where they work. She loves it. And sometimes it can be stressful, especially around, what is that?
Play season.
Yes, ma'am. All the parents be stressed out. But she loves what she loves what she do. And I just told, I mean, I can't, I tell her, I said I couldn't have asked the Almighty for a better daughter. Because when I say she shows up, she really shows up every single day for me.
What has Hermione taught you? Or all of your children? What have you learned about yourself?
That it's not always about them. Because see, sometimes we put everything into our children and then we end up lacking. And it was like, you got to put yourself first. It's okay. It's okay to put yourself first. You're not forgetting about them, but it's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to say no. I don't feel bad. I used to feel bad when I would say no because I felt like if I say no, they're not going to like me or they're going to feel something. I don't care. Don't care. Because I realize it's very stressful when you say yes and you really want to say no, but you don't want to hurt that person's feeling. No, Mama. Okay, Mama, I can't do it. Okay, nope. That's it. And I don't feel bad about it. I don't want to do that. If I don't feel like watching the kids, Nana is not doing that. You can come next weekend. Nana needs her time. I need time to myself. I need time. I don't want a lot of low vibrational people around me, even if it's my family. I don't. And I tell Hermione that too. I said, listen, don't let people push you because people will push you. Do what you can. If you can't, that's it.
What is something that you want to see Hermione experience?
Dog it misread. Okay. I want to see her get married and have a baby before my life is over. That's what I want to see. Because when Mike passed away, his side of the family abandoned Hermione. So my daughter has abandonment issues. And when she came here, y'all show her so much love. And I told her, I said, I just don't want her to be alone. I don't want her to be without because she don't deserve to be alone. She deserves a family, even if it's not biological. She deserves a family. And even now, I know her being here at Teen Hype, I said, if anything was to happen to me, I said, I know you were okay. I know you were okay. And I know that you have people around you that genuinely love you. That's all I want. That's it. I don't want nothing else. She has done everything. She has really, when I say up here, all I can say is, daughter, job well done. Because she's such an amazing young woman. And the love that she shows me, it just makes me happy, because I felt like at a certain point, just raising my boys, I felt like I fell short because I didn't have the help. But when Mike came along, he gave me exactly what I needed. And then he gave me Hermione. We had Hermione, the loving, and we raised her together. She was homeschooled. She didn't go to brick mortar school until she was 12.
Really? I didn't know that.
So we taught her. She was on. That's why when the big C happened, the epidemic or pandemic or whatever, everybody was kind of panicking with the children in school and stuff. And Hermione was like, well, I'm online. And that was it, because everybody was really flipping out. And that's what we wanted her to know. It's okay. We want you to know the basics. We want you to know the basics. So when you get out there, you can't say, well, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. So when Mike passed away, I felt like he did what he was supposed to do for her. whatever he was supposed to teach her, whatever she was supposed to learn from her dad, I felt like he did his job. And then he went on home.
It feels like that she has learned resiliency from you. So job well done to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah. And she really is. She is truly a beautiful human. She comes every single day. I can count on the fact. If she hit that door, she gonna stop and find me and give me a hug every single day consistently. And we can be in the bathroom passing each other. Miss Red, I forgot to hug you today.
That's her. That's her.
She is truly, truly a consistent person.
That's her.
And just a doll. She really is.
She changed the dynamic between me and my mother.
Same.
Because of me and my mother at one point didn't have a really good relationship. And that's when Mike was alive. And when he passed is when they really got close. And she showed my mother kindness. She showed her genuine love. She would my mother would tell, I can call her right now, and she'll say, if that baby touched me, she just melt in Hermione's arms from her hugging her. Hermione will hug. Hey, Grandma. Okay, Grandma, I'm getting ready to leave. I don't care when she greet her and when she's getting ready to leave, she gives her grandmother a hug. You know, anything that she can do, she does it now. She may not call her, because these kids are a little different now. Because I called my grandma. These babies, you'd be like, can I get a text? A little. But Hermione, anything that my mother needs, she's right there. She never, even though she has heard some things, she never judged. She never judged her for that. And she was like, well, Mommy, everybody has to learn. Everybody has to find their way. Sometimes she'd teach me stuff. I'd be like, is you teaching me? Like, real quick. Her and her daddy was sitting up. We stayed in Canada, and they were watching, what is that? The vampire, the Diaries. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say Vampire Diaries. So they sitting up watching that, right? So Mike said, what in the world would you fall in love with a vampire, right? She just turned around. She said, Daddy, you can't, sometimes you may not be able to help who you fall in love with. He looked at her. He turned around. He said, I guess. Because that was their thing, watching movies and playing games together. Hermione used to be a sharp shooter on Halo and anything. And her brother used to call him, Mama, can I get Hermione to do? So she was, Mike taught her how to do things like that. Even down to cooking, he taught her that. So we struggled, we struggled, but I think it taught her also, it's like, money is not everything. Because I'm going to tell you something. I wouldn't care if we were in a cardboard box together, as long as we were together. That's all that mattered to me. It wasn't about money. A lot of times people don't understand real, genuine, pure love. A person can say, I love you. I can say, I love this pillow. But when a person say, I love you, it's supposed to really mean something. But I've noticed a lot of people don't really know how to love. They throw that word around very loosely. But I just watch people. I say, I can tell if you love me by your actions, by the way you treat me. So regardless to what comes out of your mouth, I'm always watching your actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. How do you celebrate Mike, you and Hermione?
So Father's Day, and this was the first year we did this, because we normally will be in the house and not really saying too much. Because I'm normally the one that's just all over the place, and I'll be trying not to do it in front of her because But she said, Mommy, let's get up and go for a ride, And that's something that me, her, and Mike would do when we stayed in Canada. We would just get in the car and ride down Riverside and, just listen to music. So she's an old soul. She knows old school music, Steely Dan. People like, who is that? She like, what you mean? That's all my mommy and daddy played. We played everything. But we just went for a ride. We went and got something to eat. And, we shared our little moments about him. And We went home. But it was different because we would normally be in a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we would normally be in a house, or it really wouldn't be too much going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So this year was different.
All right. Well, good.
Yeah.
Few easy questions, lightning round. Okay. The best parenting advice you've ever been given?
Let your child find out who they are. Let them find out who they are. They will stumble. They will fall. But be there for them, you know? Just try your best to be there and try to let them decide for themselves. Because we would do things like this with Hermione. Look, we're going in the store. You can either get this or this. Now, and see what Hermione would do is she'd say, oh, well, if I can get all of this, I'll get this. Instead of getting that, we made her, choose. Don't be so, I want this, I want that. No, pick and choose, you know. But let them find themselves. Just be there for them.
Have you ever hid from Hermione?
Hid from her? Like not wanting her to see me cry?
Oh, no. Not being physically hidden in the house. See, Hermione is a sweet baby. You can't imagine yourself having to hide from her, Hermione.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
You the first parent that ever saw this coach. That's how you know you got a sweet baby.
Excuse me, but no, I've never had to hide from her.
Have you ever received an ugly gift from your baby?
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
Never.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay. A movie that every child must see.
Crooklyn.
Crooklyn. Yeah. Why Crooklyn?
It's one of my favorites. Just is.
That is a good one. That's a good one. A love note. So if Hermione gets a chance to check this out, what love note do you want to leave her?
To be honest with you, when it comes to love notes, when she talk about that, I'm like, what are love notes? What do?
A note to her.
A
so
note
if she
to
was
her.
watching, if she was watching.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of her. I just love her. And the greatest gift was her. Me having her. That was one of the greatest gifts. I could talk about my daughter all day. Because when I say that baby has been here for me, like no other. When I wanted to give up, Hermione would just hug me. And she said, Mommy, I can't do this without you. So even when I want to give up, because even now there are days I just don't want to get up and do anything. I miss my husband so much that it just hurts. It's nothing nobody can do. It's nothing nobody can say. But it just hurts. It just really hurts. And Hermione said it hurts her when she see other people out here that have their fathers and they mistreat them.
Mm-hmm.
She said, because I would do anything to have my daddy here right now. So, like I said, job well done, baby, because she brings out the best in me. She absolutely does. And I wouldn't trade that little one for nothing. Nothing in this world. I wouldn't trade her for nothing. She's so me and her daddy together. It's amazing. I can look at her and say, okay, you got this. That's mine. And she's just the combination of me and him. She's just a beautiful, beautiful human being.
She is. Thank you.
No, thank you. Because there's nothing I wouldn't do for Teen Hype. Nothing. You guys, I don't think you guys get enough recognition for what you do, because y'all do a lot. You really do. And I told Hermione, I said, it's going to get bigger. It's going to get better. And sometimes things happen in order for change. And that's okay.
glad you're riding with us.
Absolutely. Till the wheels fall off.
That's it.
Yeah.